You are listening to Tomes of the Chaos Bard. Thank you, Tomes of the Chaos Bard Tomies, for joining us on our little podcast program. I am DM Dave, and to the left I have
Henley, Boudreaux,
Tick,
Roscoe,
and Fenrir.
And for our recap is Fenrir. Fenrir, what happened last time?
Well, we started off with the Bardoff champion, which was Fenrir or myself. And then LowKi poisoned me, or somebody poisoned me. I'm not really sure if he was involved yet. Pretty sure he was. And then LowKi got beat up, and then we were taken upstairs, and I was healed by the poison by Boudreaux. And then emotions got high, and Roscoe helped calm them down. And then we're trying to gain more information from LowKi, and he said he would give it to us as long as we took his life afterwards.
Thank you, Fenrir. But before we get started, of course, a joke I have for you. Since we're kind of in a tavern, in an inn, did you know that before crowbars were invented, they just drank at home?
boo!
I got it.
Crickets. Abby doesn't get it. Crowbar.
You know I got it.
Abby.
Like a crow
A crow.
and a bar.
bar.
Yeah,
And a
before
crowbar.
crowbars were invented, they just drank at home.
Oh.
Eh.
It took me a second time too.
Anyways, yes, LowKi, Roscoe is talking to him. Tick has backed away the knife a little bit, nicking him on the chin. Roscoe has healed him for a little bit, has attempted to persuade him that he must divulge the information and that possibly the group could help him. And he did. LowKi said that he will divulge the information if they promise to kill him afterwards.
And Tick agreed.
And Tick was like, yes! Okay, what do you do?
why?
Because the information that I have, by me just being here, is pretty much my death sentence. So, and I do not want to be disposed of the way that my employers would dispose of me.
So join us.
No, wait. How would they dispose of you?
I guess it depends on who's the one who captures me. It could be quartering. It could be poison. It could be a multiple different varieties of death.
While he's doing that, can I be rummaging through my things with like,
Oh, got that. Oh, don't have that. I bet I can get it.
Sure. Yep.
Why would you even work for them?
Well, when you're desperate and you have the skills that I have, it's easy to fall in that kind of work.
That's why I drink goblins.
Why don't you join us?
Join you? Did you not hear what I said? By me just being here, I've signed my own death sentence.
We've all signed our own death sentences. It's fine. Join the party.
And if you want the information that I hold, you will execute me afterwards.
Does that Spooder had to sign? I don't think he signed anything.
What?
I'm gonna do something that Roscoe's not sure how this works.
Okay.
So he's like, Uh, and he's low-key like, low-key, huh? Sorry. He's basically just gonna mutter under his breath a little bit, because he's got his deity addressed to, the god of justice and everything.
Right.
And he's like, I don't really, never really prayed, but hey, you got any advice here? Because I'm not big on just killing people. Not expecting any sort of answer, but it's his feeble attempt at, a religious prayer.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a religion. Yes, Dick, did you have something?
Can I hear him say that? No.
He-
Okay. Just like
I would imagine he's mumbling, but it's not anything coherent.
Or in his head.
Yeah.
snarky comment, but I will keep it to myself.
Go to the big heavy guys and see what we can do here.
Clunk, clunk.
Well, that's not bad. That's a 17.
Okay. So as you're kind of reaching out, this is kind of your first time reaching out, you said?
Yeah.
Kind of like, you chose me here. What am I supposed to do here? You kind of get the sense of, like, justice is justice and justice calls type thing. You take it as you will.
That's a very unhelpful dude. Okay. Fine.
If he wants to die, he can die.
Hold on, wait.
But after he gives me my information,
Well, that's what he said. He wants to be killed after he tells us.
after I'm satisfied with his information, yes.
Did the human just agree with Tick? About... Oh, jeez. I think... Have I died?
Henley rolls her eyes.
Oh, no, I'm still here.
Tell us what you know.
Oh, yeah.
Where would you like me to start?
The
With
beginning.
Wick Linnick.
I do not know who Wick Linnick is.
We want to know
Boudreaux
everything.
does.
I mean, Boudreaux like perks up, sorry. Tell us everything you know about, and Henley will then pull out her journal again. This organization. And she closed the book and put it back in.
Obviously, I would guess that you know what the name of that symbol is. The name of the organization.
I do.
Tell me.
No.
You've told all of us before, right? I feel
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, so I'm just going to look. It's like it's the hidden hand.
Exactly. And if you guys know anything, by you knowing the name of the organization, then you should be well aware that those who dive in too deep, those who find out this information, is not safe.
We're well aware. Keep talking.
Then your death sentences are as good as mine.
I don't know. You look pretty dead, almost ready to me. But that doesn't make sense.
Quit stalling.
What is that goblin saying?
Quit stalling. Tell us what you know.
The one who hired me, the one who helped me in this little venture to exact my revenge on Fenrir for stealing my life away, he goes by the name of Slicky Ricky.
Ugh. Him again.
You know him then.
We know him. Keep going. Keep talking.
I do not know who Slicky Ricky works for. He works for one of the fingers of the hand.
We know who he works for.
1, 2, 3, 4. 5.
I am just one of the underlings. I don't know much about the organization. All I know is that I'm given information or a task to find information. Normally it's about blackmail. To receive this information and pass it on to Slicky Ricky, and he delivers it to the ones who desired it.
Were you working with Slicky Ricky tonight?
I had called in a favor, yes. So he was kind of working for me at the moment. As a favor.
So Slicky Ricky was here.
He was.
What do you know about him? Your boss.
I know that his name is fitting. He's very slick. He's cunning. He knows his way around disguises. And I know he's been in the business for a long time. Something just clicked in Penner's head.
He's the one that poisoned me, isn't it?
Yes.
He's who you're looking for, and he turns to the nerd herder.
That is the one I'm looking for, yes.
Do you know where we can find Ricky?
He finds you. You don't find him.
Well, you called in a favor. How did you do that?
It was on one of those times that he found me. I only do work when I'm called upon.
So you know nothing.
As I told you, I'm just one of the lower ranked ones.
Are they the ones that told you about, like, your dad and me?
There are ones that brought me the information, yes.
And you trust them?
They're very resourceful in their information. Why wouldn't I trust them?
Why would you? His name is Slicky Ricky. You just said he's cunning. Good at disguises.
Could have been lying to you this whole time.
You can see him like, he's just remaining silent. But you see those thoughts mowing over in his head. But he remains silent.
We still don't know. I mean, none of us actually know, apart from Fenrir, what he's talking about, do we?
About him being poisoned, or
Just about, like, the whole interaction between Fenrir and him. You know, he's referencing it here, but we don't know the story, right?
you don't know the backstory of LowKi and Fenrir now.
So I'm going to cut in and say, what is the story with Fenrir?
Fenrir and I used to be classmates back in Bard School. Quillian Flagonair's School of the Gift and Arts. My father took interest in Fenrir. He had found Fenrir down in Fenrir's dump of a home and decided to take, seeing his potential, brought him and sponsored him in the school. My father always favored Fenrir. And after graduation, my father took him on his adventuring instead of me. Told me that I had better things to do. and then crawl around in dirt and musk, taking his riches with him, and that's the last time I saw of him, until I heard that he was dead, and Fenrir yet walked around.
Man, that's not what your father told me.
Well, as you said that he left you behind and tried to find me.
Yes, he said that he wanted you to come with us. And you decided not to because you had better things to do.
Funny how they twist things like that to make somebody feel better. Not to leave you orphaned again. You were always looking for some father figure, some parental figure, since your parents didn't want you, left
Be
you.
careful what you're saying.
My father thought he could just create you in his own image, mold you, like he's always tried to do with me. And here you are, adventuring just like he did. Well, I hope you die just like he does. He did.
I don't think he's dead.
Well, he hasn't been seen in years. No trace of him or his treasures.
Don't you think there'd be a trace if he was dead?
If somebody took his treasures,
At least a rumor.
Why would there be a trace?
I mean, what would they do with all the treasure?
You tell me.
I mean, I would think that they would, with as much treasure that I believe he had, I would think that they would want to flaunt it. Maybe not all of it, but certain pieces. Certain pieces for sure.
Unless they decided to spend it all. We're getting off topic.
Can I kill him yet?
Where is he? I told you, do not know his location. He finds me. Well, then it sounds like to me that we need to let him go and keep close eye on him to see if Slicky Ricky will come out.
We're not going to use him as bait.
He wants to die. Let's let him die while he leads us to the hidden hand.
And are you going to take the hidden hand on by yourself?
I'm sure going to try.
You really shouldn't.
What else do I have to live for? His organization took everything from me.
And they murdered my father.
So you should want to kill him as well. You want to take on this organization just as much as I do then.
We need to find out who is in charge, one of the fingers.
And the only way we're going to do that is if we use him as bait and interrogate that one.
That one's not going to give
Slicky
you
Ricky,
anything.
He seems to know a lot.
we've already encountered him. Good luck getting him to talk. You couldn't even get this bard to talk. You think you're going to get Slicky Ricky? Not even a chance.
So I'm back at square one.
What you should do is come with us. We can help you. And you can help us. I have just as much reason to take down this organization. You need help. Don't go on some suicide mission and waste your life. It's not worth it.
He runs his hands through his hair. His hands kind of get caught in the rats that's in his hair. And he just takes a deep breath and he looks at his hands. He's like, I don't know how much help that I would be with a sword in my hand again.
Certainly a lot more help than cleaning up garbage here.
They probably trust her than they trust me.
Definitely.
Stupid human.
Stupid goblin.
Even if it's not with the sword in your hand, everyone has different uses. You clearly have an ear and an eye for things. To help gather information, we can use it to build a plan. But your plan is not a plan.
And you tell, you see things we don't.
Going person to person and just beating them within an inch of the death, hoping to get answers, is not a solution. I barely know anything about this organization, but I've met Slicky Ricky. He tried recruiting us, and somehow we managed to not. But I almost died by his hand. This is not a one-man fight. So if you want to go on your own way, go for it. But you will fail. The only way that we are going to defeat this organization is to unify the people against it. And the only way we can do that is one person at a time.
Finny. Roscoe sounds like Kobath.
Huh?
Roscoe, he sounds like Kobath. That's what he's telling the goblins. Unify, be better. Same as Smoothskins. I see why you follow him.
Interesting. So maybe we are on the same team.
No, we're not on the same team as the goblins.
LowKi, what do you know about Amnon?
I have no idea who that is.
What do you know?
I told you what I know.
He knows nothing. Absolutely nothing.
So kill me. I gave you the information that I know.
I think we leave him.
How do you
King.
want to die? Can we kill him? Yes, no? Can we kill him?
Leave him for the hidden hand. He knows nothing.
Don't you have anything worth living for?
Just riches. Just the grandeur of life.
No wonder your dad left you.
He left me. For a low-life, pointy-eared orphan.
Fenrir's going to walk up to him.
Okay?
He's going to whisper in a really low, hushed tone. Do you know anything else? Like, what have they told you about your dad? That he disappeared with all of his treasure?
That you, and he says this in a loud voice, that you killed him treasure hunting and stole all his money and treasures.
Do you believe that?
I do.
Are you going to continue hunting me? Even if we let you go?
And he shrugs. He's like, as I told you, the hidden hand will find me.
And then so only LowKi can hear. Are you sure you want to die?
It's either I die here or by their hands. And I would rather it not be by their hands. It would be fitting for you to do it. You've already taken everything from me. Why not my life?
because I didn't take it. And Fenrir will turn and look at Roscoe. And I guess the rest of the party. I think we have to kill him.
Okay. I got my dagger. I got my bow. Do you have poison? He said something about poison.
Boudreaux hides his bag.
Huh?
He didn't tell us anything.
I took an arrow to the eye. I had to stab him.
Because he doesn't know anything.
I got some rope.
He was just hired by Slicky Ricky to do certain odd jobs. And then he... What was the last job he hired you to do? What jobs has he hired you to do?
It doesn't matter. He told us he's afraid. And that's what this comes down to.
You know, bedrolls, you could kill somebody with a bedroll, too.
He just gives Tick a confused look.
He's so wrapped up in vengeance that even the possibility that his father might still be alive is too far gone for him.
Oh, I do have a sword, but it's kind of short.
And that the truth, whatever it is, will never be enough for him.
That's because he doesn't want to hear it. Oh, sling! I got a sling, too!
And he's accepted that his only way out is death.
Welcome to Tomes of the Chaos Bard mid-show break. I am Rupert Bumpkin. Thank you for listening to Tomes of the Chaos Bard. If you wish to support us, visit us on ko-fi.com/Tomes of the Chaos Bard, where you may become a member of our Ko-Fi. There, you can receive special content, such as post-shows, DM deep dives, and exclusive merchandise, such as t-shirts and keychains. There, you may also donate to the Feed the Cast funds, a special way to thank them by buying them dinner for the night. Yum, yum! Other ways you can support us is by sharing us with your friends and family and on social media. Spreading the word about the Tomes of the Chaos Bard is a huge help, and we thank you for your help. Another way you can support us is through 5-star reviews. And with every 5-star review, Solemn the Chaos Bard will give you a shout-out on our Solemn's columns. So stay tuned for those. That is all, folks, and back to the show.
He's accepted that his only way out is death.
No, he's got to know more. He's got to know more, and he starts making his way. Nerfherder starts making his way.
I'm going to step in front of him.
Okay.
And I'm going to look at him.
Up.
It's like, whatever he knows is nothing to what you're looking for. And you are on the same path that he is. You're looking for answers that will get you nowhere. That regardless of what you're being told, is not enough for you.
This was the first time in years I've been this close. This close to finding answers. And he just turns around and goes sits on the bed and puts his head in his hands.
What did you lose?
Rubs his face and kind of, you see him just stare into the distance. I was once one of the elite guards for the King Pilot of Dengal. I was in charge of protecting the son of Pilot Ivan. One day we were out on a hunt with Ivan and Jacarius, his other son. Ivan was a good warrior. Jacarius, he was young, inexperienced. You kind of see him start tearing up a little bit. We were ambushed. we were attacked by these hidden hands to assassinate the king's sons. Ivan commanded me to go save his brother. I knew Ivan was a good warrior. I had trained him myself. He had also trained under the likes of Desmond Clothlin and Xanthos Pope. Elite warriors in their own right. Ivan was killed, but I was able to get Jakarius out of the way. However, the king did not see it that way. He saw that I failed my duty to protect the heir of the throne and ordered my execution. But because of the kindness of his son Jakarius, he was able to convince his father to banish me instead. All these years, I don't know if it was a kindness, but they took my honor, they took my armor, they took my family. My family disowned me because of my taint that I brought upon the honor of my family, the legacy of my family. 2 days into my banishment, Jakarius came to me. He found me. He gave me a sword, my sword, though it was missing the emblem of my rank in its hilt, and gave me a shield as well. He told me that when the time came, he would call upon me again, because he knew what I did for him, and that his father would be persuaded to accept me back. But then years later, I started being worked as a mercenary and a hired hand, hoping for the day that Jakarius would possibly take the throne or call me back. Then I heard that the sun had vanished. Vanished during a quest to rescue a princess in a foreign land. And he hasn't been heard of since. I'm sure, and he looks over at LowKi, the hidden hand got to him as well. So when I had the opportunity to possibly find any of these lowlifes, I made it my sworn duty to try and do it, but I failed, and I failed, and I failed. Became a drunk. Lost all my possessions. So when I tried to rebuild my life and I found this opportunity, it was almost like Dol Durn had handed it to me, had given me this opportunity to redeem myself. And yet, he knows nothing. I should have just been executed years ago. Those 20 years ago. And he just puts his hands back in his face back in his hands.
I'm going to look at him, look over at LowKi, kind of look around at everybody in the room.
Tick stopped and was like looking for things and ways to kill LowKi, and was like paying attention to the conversation over there. It really struck him.
And he's like, you're supposed to live for a reason. You don't know what that reason is. To find somebody, to be strong for somebody, to wait. But you just failed because you quit trying. That's the only reason that it's like this. You so close, but you're not close. Jesse here, he doesn't have what you want. He doesn't have anything you want. But that wouldn't make you happy even if he did. What you go through is not that much different than what I go through. God, that comment is so hard. You you only fail because you quit trying. You can only bring better if you keep trying. You want a better world. You want something more than what you is. And you want to be able to go back home with your head high and happy that you'll be able to do what you was supposed to do, right? Well, that's kind of what it sounds like they're trying to do here too. And you only had a little taste with this banishment of what my whole life is like because of how I'm born and what I am. But I didn't get a choice in this, so we got to maybe stick together. Because if you don't have a choice anymore, then I have a choice, and we just try to be better, maybe we can make each other better and help each other out. Maybe we can. Along the way, maybe we find more information on what you're looking for.
He kind of just shakes his head. What does it matter anymore?
It matters because you're here. And you're alive. Just breathe another day.
I have a question.
Oh my gosh, you can talk?
Yeah. Dracarys, you said?
The prince's name was Jacarius, yes.
Dracarys? He Dragonborn?
No, he's human.
Oh, nice. Never mind.
That's all you have to say?
Yeah.
But as she said, and he gestures towards Henley, there's no way I can do this. And what is the point? The princes are dead.
You can't do it alone. None of us can do it alone. We may not even be able to do it as a group, as a collective. But the idea to give in to vengeance or to give up completely, it is not a solution at all. And I can't imagine that your princes would want you to do that. You know, one died while you saved the other's brother, and the brother knew what you did for him. And he knows wherever he's at, he knows what you're going through. And he wants you to be able to return home. But this way here is not the solution. As I look kind of over at LowKi, it's like, you were a member of the Royal Guard, which means you led people. You were an inspiration to people. even if you're not in that position anymore, you still can lead and inspire. That doesn't mean going around and banging on doors and kidnapping people and beating people up one at a time just to get answers that you know aren't going to get you anywhere. You can't take these guys on by yourself. But you can support the communities and the people that need the help to defend against them. And you can help us bring them down.
Fenrir would be dead if you hadn't been there.
He takes a deep breath. And he stands up and starts walking towards the door. Grabs the handle, and he just turns back and looks at LowKi, then looks at the rest of you. Do whatever you want with him. And he opens the door and
Henley grabs his sleeve.
Okay.
And says, "Don't give up."
and he walks out the door and closes the door behind him.
Fenrir's going to go over to LowKi.
Okay.
Shake.
I can't have to roll that.
You have a little goblin who's like offered this so many different ways.
He's going to take out a dagger.
Okay.
And he's going to say, we promised that we were going to kill you when you gave us the information. We don't deem your information anything that we already didn't know. It's not enough for us to take a life. We are going to need all the help we can get, as we just witnessed. When you come to your senses, come and help us. And he's going to take out a little note. And it poses a question that I have that Fenrir has not been able to answer. And he's going to put it, making sure he sees in his, like, in a pocket somewhere. And then he's going to take the blunt into the dagger and knock him out.
Oh, okay. You knock him out.
Look around. I think it's time we move on.
I couldn't agree more. Let's go.
Whew, yeah.
Wait.
No, we ain't gonna kill him.
But I gave you 7 different. Do you know? Can you count that? We gave you 7 different options. You're not taking any of them? Funny, come on. This is what I'm good at. This is what I'm born to be.
There will be a time when we have to shed blood.
Funny, it's a good thing I like you. Because I won't listen to anybody but you. Or maybe the short one over there. Not the stinky one. You can't even count.
I can count.
Not mummies.
I can count.
Anyway, fine.
Now I will start picking up all of my stuff and putting it back together.
Because I'm sure you organize it out.
Eeny, meeny, miny,
Now I got to
Henley
Put
opens
this all
the
back
door
together.
and's like, "I'll meet you back at the barn."
Can somebody explain me why the human hate me so much?
Yes, we can talk about it on the way back.
Okay, fine.
And I want to put my mask back up.
It's better be good because I could have just, been happy about it for once.
So Fanny, you doing okay?
No. No, I'm not.
Well, only time can help one, but I have powers that could possibly help the other.
Yeah, I mean, I'll do a little better with a good night's rest. But then we've got to go.
Sorry.
Does anybody know who's the one that told us about Wick Lennox?
Her?
It would. Just kidding. I don't think I know that. But it was the guy at the barn.
You know that.
I know that. So let me say it. The guy that told us the barn, the one we're hanging out with.
Okay, we need to find him. He's the key, I believe, to all of this.
Justin?
Justin.
Justin Timberlake?
What?
No, Justin Timber Pond.
Timber Pond.
That's the
Justin
next
U
part.
Pond.
That's the next part.
Justin Branch Pond.
Branch pond.
Justin Woodpuddle.
There we go. I like that.
Twig puddle. Sliver drop?
Sliver drop. That's pretty cool.
His actually is Justin Nestle.
Okay.
So close. So close.
We would have gotten there eventually.
Look, all right.
I was way off.
I just remembered a first name. My character doesn't remember a whole lot. Okay?
I mean, you remember more than me.
I'm trying really hard.
But
not
yes,
to
he's
meta.
the one who did tell you.
Okay.
Okay, we
Back
go
to
to
the
barn
barn.
and you tell me a story. Oh, wait! Do you get money too?
What?
You guys got money, right? Does Funny get money?
Oh, yeah. Here you go. Do I have it?
No.
They wouldn't give it to you, no.
Oh. I tried to get it for you, but they wouldn't. But it's down there. Yeah.
Your money for the participation in the bar.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, I gotcha. All right, we can go collect that, I guess. But we need to get some sleep and hit the road.
Okay.
We've got a long traveling ahead.
Can I pull out one of the turkey legs and start eating it? Or the chicken legs and start eating it? Great.
Sure can.
Okay.
Okay, so you guys go down there. The still big ruckus down there. Everybody's still partying, having fun.
Alright.
You do notice that there's a little rock gnome with a big orc next to him, drinking at the bar, and you can tell that this little rock gnome, Hurla, is just wasted.
I saw it like that. It's like,
Yeah.
can I be like,
Hey! Is that your girlfriend? Is that why she travel with us? She's not very nice. I kind of like her. Or maybe I do. Hold on. Common is hard. No, I don't like her. Is that your girlfriend?
No.
No.
She shot me in the back.
That doesn't always be a bad thing.
That's how she shows affection.
She's trying to show dominance.
We almost had a spit take there. Anyways, you see her. She's just
that's how they rank up in Goblin culture, okay?
so. You see that, and you
Not
see
anything negative.
you see Keth kind of has a hand on her, kind of keeping her stable. Just being there.
And she's singing The Old Man very off key. Very loud.
Sing us
The
a song,
song,
you're
the
the
old
old man.
Sing us a song tonight!
I'm going to walk out the door.
That was Hurla, by the way.
Fenrir, you are able to collect your money.
That was 50 platinum, right?
Wouldn't that be
After all
nice?
this.
Wouldn't that be nice?
That's what I heard. We can just buy our way to victory now.
No, that's silver.
Okay.
Okay. As you guys are walking through all the commotion and whatnot, make me some perception checks, please. Everybody.
Hanley would have experienced this before everybody else because she left.
Yeah.
Go meet
So go ahead and roll for that as well.
1.
Nice.
What?
It's fitting for everything he just went through tonight.
9.
Okay.
15.
Okay.
10.
Okay.
17.
Nice. Okay, so we had a 10,
15.
15.
20.
The other two,
We don't count.
not really focused on other things. You guys have
Got a
other-
lot on my mind.
a lot on the mind right now.
The dominance thing was like, ooh.
With the 10, you're hearing some discussion as you're kind of hurrying off wherever you're hurrying off to, which we'll get to in a second. You're hearing a lot of talk during the discussions and whatnot, very briefly about Half Pine Woods and how hunting is not good up there anymore. And that's about all you hear. The 15 and
17.
17. You guys are catching up a little bit more on that. And some of the people are talking about that they used to be good hunting grounds, but in the last couple years they've been more darker. There's been people go in, people don't come out, and that there's been fiendish creatures up there. Specifically one that some of them are talking about. Like there's one person in particular that's standing kind of next to the fireplace in there, and he seems to be telling a story of what kind of, some people are listening into this. So depending on how fast you guys want to move through, is kind of, or you guys can fall behind and listen kind of to his story. Yeah. So Roscoe's leaving, Fenrir's leaving, pretty much got your money, and you guys are heading out. Henley had left a couple minutes before that. So Tick and Boudreaux.
I grab Roscoe
Okay.
and I just am like, come on, let's go listen to this story.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm tired.
Yeah, but you like this one, huh? Listen.
Fenrir, what are you doing?
If you're talking, you grabbed Roscoe or you grabbed me?
Roscoe.
Okay. I'm heading back to Justin's.
Okay. So Fenrir is kind of in his own, focused in his own thing.
I would have,
He's heading out the door.
if I heard part of the story, I probably would have stopped to listen,
Okay.
but stayed back a little bit.
Okay, so this guy, he's up there and he's telling you this story about his hunting party, that they went out hunting, and that during their hunt, because a lot of them hunt with dogs, a lot of them got to a certain part of the woods that the dogs just stopped, and they were whimpering, whining, and they wanted to leave. But the hunters were like, no, we gotta do this. A lot of brave talk from this guy. Well, they go in and they think they see a moose.
A moose with
So they go in there and take a shot, but then they hear this loud screech, this loud caw, I guess you could say. And this creature rose to over 20 feet tall, as big as a house, as big as the tavern that we are in right now. And that it was feathered. It looked like a giant vulture of some kind, with wings that spanned over 40 feet and large talons on its front claws, as it just ravished everything. He jumps from describing it as like a vulture-like thing to a raven-like thing, and it would breathe this mist, this dark, dark mist that many of the hunters choked and died, fell in their spot, and that he was able to make it out, and he was the only survivor of it.
I elbow Roscoe. Eh? Yeah? You like story?
We're going that way.
Yeah, I know. That's why I wanted you. Is the story over?
Yeah, that's pretty much where it ends.
I want to go. I drag Roscoe up to go talk to him as well.
Okay. A lot of people are buying the guy more drinks. You know, good story, good story. So he's sitting down at a table and he has a few drinks in front of him.
I guess I'm sitting down with him.
Okay.
Yeah, I push him in. I'm like, here. Like I am just dragging him to be like,
He's like,
talk to him.
Throw me a handful of coins to buy him a drink too.
No.
He pulls them out of his pocket and says, pick some.
No.
All right. I guess I'll sit down at the table and be like, hey, friend, what's your name?
My name is Jeremy.
Hello, Jeremy. I'm Roscoe.
Boudreaux walks away. No, just kidding.
My job here is done.
My work here is done. Where did you say you ran into this creature?
I ran into this creature in the half pine woods.
And is it a raven or a vulture?
It was a raven like vulture, or a vulture like raven. And he takes a drink.
How many drinks have you had tonight?
He like looking around the table.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Many.
5,
I've had many.
13, 14.
I'm gonna ruin this guy's night. I'm gonna lean over to Boudreaux. Like, hey,
Yeah.
will you do your anti-poisony stuff on this guy?
Look, man. What if I make it so that you can get drunk again, huh? Make you feel better, and then you can get drunk again, huh?
But I'm drunk now.
But I can make you feel better, and you can drink even more, huh?
But
And then all your beers don't go to waste, huh?
Oh, they're not going to go to waste. As he towns one more.
Well, he ain't gonna
16,
remember it
17.
anyway, right?
Right?
Okay. And I do that spell again on him.
Okay.
Protection from poison. How long does that protect him from poison?
It was like an hour? or
An
something
hour.
like that? Okay. So you cast this on Jeremy. And he you see him kind of sober up a little bit, not so cross-eyed. And he looks at the cup, at his mug. Oh, they really started watering this stuff down, it seems like.
No. You got about 60 minutes before you can enjoy that stuff again.
Okay.
19, 20.
I need to know a little bit more about your escapades into the forest and this creature and kind of what you were after. We're heading that way to deal with some other issues up there.
And you don't need to butter it up. We'll still buy you a drink if you want, okay? You can just tell us what you actually saw, please.
Well, you see him go from his kind of more happy demeanor that he was, that his face just darkens. You see his eyes get wide. You know, he has a mug in his hand. He starts trembling a little bit, and he reaches out to grab another mug and downs it.
Wait. Why do we need to know what this guy is doing? We're not going into the woods.
Might be.
No. No, we're not going into the woods. We're not going. No. The caregivers say don't go. No. That's where they work. We
You
don't
see-
go into the woods.
But, I mean, we're probably going to be fine anyway because it's not a bug and we got Henley. So.
But we just go around. What? Fucking Henley. What? I said, we go around the woods, not through.
Abby really wishes she was here.
Even we, you scream, even we know that.
Anyway, go ahead, Rob. Go.
I'm gonna walk away and go
I
and try and
can
catch a bunny.
tell this isn't going to be an easy conversation for you, and I apologize. My party and I are looking into some things that are all taking place in the Half Pine Woods. My family lives up there in Mapleshire, so I'm a little concerned about everything happening in that area.
And I look at Tick like, yeah, see?
And Tex
I've walked
has
away.
walked
Tex
away.
is gone.
Oh, dang.
What are you willing to share? I don't want to force you to say anything, but whatever you feel comfortable sharing, please.
So he downs another mug and he grabs another full one, and he's just staring into the black liquid, the dark liquid. Yes.
Can I use my calm emotions again? It'll be my last spell slot.
Yeah, go ahead.
Just to try and...
And he's got to roll for it.
Yeah, he's got to beat a 15.
Or he could just fail it.
He doesn't want to fail it. But he does fail. And you see his demeanor kind of like his fear, because I'm guessing you're using that particular one.
Mm-hmm.
He's still, shaking, still nervous.
Right.
And he's like, do not go in there. All that's there is death. There's no more animals. There's no more life there. Just monsters. Don't go in there.
I don't know that I have a choice.
And he's just sitting there shaking his head. Don't go in there.
What was your initial purpose for going up there?
Hunting.
One way that we supply food for our family is in the woods. It's a few days' travel from here, but it's one way that we can supply meat here. This place isn't very well known for, its food and whatnot. I mean, we have to collect our own water here. And that was one of the closest places that we could obtain meat of some kind. It's hard to raise livestock in environments like this.
Sweet.
So we would go up there to gather food and meat, but there's nothing up there anymore. We've had to find alternate areas to do our hunting, which are a couple weeks' travels now.
When did you first realize things had changed?
It's been slowly changing over the past couple years, but has gotten worse the last 6 to 8 months. When we started seeing the monsters.
What sort of, apart from the big raveny crow aardvark thing, what sort of, creatures and monsters did you see in there?
Well, as far as I know, I'm the only survivor. But the ones that I was able to hear is howling, growls, screams of pain, monstrous screams, eyes that just stare at you in the darkness, eyes of yellow, eyes of red, eyes that only shimmer in the dark. And you can see him kind of zoning out again. Don't go in there.
How did you get out?
While I was running, a few of my coins of silver fell out, and it was distracted by the coins that fell out of my pocket. I had acquired some jewels as well during our little. We ran into some bodies, and they had some trinkets on them, and I had pocketed some of them. But while I was running, my bag caught, and it ripped it, and so many of the jewels and shiny trinkets and everything fell out, and it seemed to distract the beast.
Is there anything we can do for you right now?
Let me be drunk.
I'm gonna pull out a 5 silver
Okay.
and just set it on the table.
Okay.
For his booze. And thank him for his time and roll out.
Okay. Slams down another one. Meanwhile, Henley, we will get to you next time we record. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, Tomies, for listening to Tomes of the Chaos Bard. A shout out to D.A. Nichols for writing our songs and music. And check out her TTRPG, Shields of Power, at drivethrurpg.com. Also, special thanks to Cauldron Compositions for remastering our theme music. If you want to check out any of his stuff, go to cauldroncompositions.com. He has many different soundtracks for you to add in your campaigns. Also, special thanks to Realmwalker, Monument Studios, freesound.org, and Tabletop Audio for additional music and sound effects. I am DM Dave, and to the right I have
Fenrir.
Roscoe.
Tick.
Boudreaux?
And Henley.
And until next time, we unroll the scroll to tell the tale. Bye!
When did you get your mini dice?
Mystery.
Elsie gave them to me. I'm not sure when, but
A long, long time ago.
a couple months ago.
There was a volcano.
Oh, I love that one.
All alone in the middle of
we
the
are.
sea.
He sat high above his bed, watching all the couples in.
Wishing that
There was one for him.
David's ready.